What's up, guys? Iggy here with Faltacunlimited, and today's episode is going to be different. I've actually never done it before on this channel. I have done revolvers before, but I've only done them for inside the waistband, and today we're doing an outside the waistband for the Ruger, I believe. Yeah, Ruger LCR, which is, it shares actually the same frame as the 38 Special and the 9mm. I found out the hard way. They're exactly the same, so we don't have to worry about that. Now, this particular molds is a multi-molds, which means it is already blocked for everything you need to do. The chamfers that are inside the cylinder are already gone. This right here, which is a blocking for the cylinder, is already in place, so you don't have to worry about that. And the only thing, if anything, that I would change is right here. Now, this mark right here, let me grab a pen. So right here to here is where the retention is going to be. So this right here is what's going to cause you to have that retention, but it's not that deep. So I'm actually not even going to touch this mold. We're going to put a couple layers of tape on it, but I'm not going to block anything because it's already like that. There's no takedown levers. There's no nothing. It is all encased in the blocking for the cylinder. Again, this is a multi-molds LCR, and I've had it for quite some time, and I think I've only made like 2 or 3 holsters from it. So I mean, it's paid for itself, but we're going to go ahead and do this. Now, prior to starting filming, I've already cut the retention plate. We're going to be doing an outside the waistband, and we are going to have a retention point right here and one right here. The reason why I do them right here and here, because it gives you a better control, because you don't have a lot of material covering this, because the Kydex is not going all the way up. It's going to stop around here. So I'll have one right here and one right here. But this is also outside the waistband with speed clips. So should be an interesting build. It's actually going to be somewhat of a quick build, because really the longest part is going to be waiting for it to come out of the press and then cutting it. After that, it's just going to go downhill and become very fast. So let's throw on a couple layers of tape. I'm just going to cover the barrel and cover the cylinder and maybe right here, and that's it. Do that on both sides, and then I'm going to press it in black. As you can see, I have one small piece and I have one long piece. If you've ever noticed when you made a Kydex pancake style outside the waistband holster, sometimes the material will wrap around, go flat, and then go against the Kydex. And that absolutely sucks, because 9 out of 10 times it can't be fixed. Sometimes you can reheat it and stretch it out and it'll work for you, but most of the time it will not work. So what I have found is if you do the top layer longer than the first layer, it pretty much eliminates that problem, because the foam will touch right here and then it'll squish down everywhere else and it'll hold it in place instead of sucking it in as it's going. So there's a little tech tip for you. I did explain it in another video, but we're just going to go ahead and knock this out of the park with, these are the speed clips here, these guys. So let's just do it. Like I said previous, not much is going to go on here. We're literally just going to do just the layers of tape right here. I'm not going to do a lot. This is it's going to be pretty good. So I mean, there's 4 layers right there, and then attach. We're going to attach this right here. So the press is already on, because I've already made about 6 holsters today. And so press is on. Those are all good and ready to go. The foam is nice and hot underneath. All right. And that's it. So the reason why I have this pretty fat, normally on outside the waistband holster, I will have it line up with the trigger guard, but I don't want all the retention right here, because this is going to flare out, and I don't want that to happen. I want it to stay flat and even. So this right here, I took the pretty much a little bit wider than the screw head, like so, and it's going to be folded right here and right here. So that's going to go there, another one here, and that's going to be all she wrote. So I'm going to go ahead, throw these in the press, And oh god, you're gonna see it as soon as it comes out. All right, holster is out of the press, and I gotta tell you, it looks way better than I thought it was gonna look. So anyway, here's the press. Bada bing, bada bing. Right, so that looks very well. So now we're gonna go all the way across. Right, we're gonna line up where we're gonna put our belt attachments, because those are gonna be straight across, and then I'll show you how I trim this right here, and we'll go for there. Now, another tip that I do is over time, I mean, these flex, it's easy to replace, but anytime I do a holster that has or requests these particular belt clips, I always drill them so that it accepts a belt loop, so the owner, if they want to in the future, can switch to a more sturdy belt option. Now, these are permanent. They run your belt through and your gun stays on. It's added extra security. These ones, they clip onto your belt over the belt, but it's a quick on-off. That's what it's designed. Speed, ease clips. They're quick on-off for when you need to run into the post office, the courthouse, or just need to take it off to go take a shower or something. So just think that in mind. I don't carry. I used to carry with this, but now I always do loops or G-code setup. So food for thought. But let's draw on this and let's cut it out. Alright, so revolvers are a different animal because where you're gonna cut it it's nuts. So you're gonna have to go up and down and all over. But first, let's figure out where we want to put these speedies. So let's do this, and we're gonna be probably right around there. Make sure I square this up. There we go. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna have to come up. We want the trigger guard to be good, and technically, you really can't do a sweat shield. Like, you can do a higher side with the cylinder up here, but this right here is the shape of the gun, so we'll probably do that, so ease of going in. So this will go right here like so, but this side we're gonna come up and we're gonna go around, okay, and that's so it covers the entire trigger guard. And like I've said with this, you don't want all this material right here. You don't, because it's going to be a pain in the butt to reload. So we're going to come down and then come over like so. So you have a little bit of a dip to go in, and then we can go down and over. So this is going to be cut, and that's this side right here. So that'll come up, and then that'll come up that way. And you just got to design it, or we're going to cut it straight like this, which is what I normally do, because having a sweat shield on a revolver, it's kind of a pain. So I'll probably cut it so you can see what it looks like, and then cut it off after the fact. But let's get some in here. There's that. And these are for the the speed, is these ones. As you can see, they line up right there. And then after that, what I'll do is I'll line up this hole. I'll just go underneath it, mark it, so we know it's right there. Get my finger out of the way. All right, so there's that one. And that one. So these ones will be for the speedies, and those ones are for the loops, and that's just in case the owner in the future wants to swap them out to a more sturdy deal. So, all right, and then this is going to have to come over. There's going to be a lot of extra material, sadly, because of just it's the nature of the beast, the design. So we'll put a retention bolt right there, and we're going to put another one right here. And generally, like right here, I would put an eyelet, but we're not going to do it. So you can put one here. You can put another retention point right there. That's completely up to you. But this is what it's going to look like. And or you can take this, if you don't want to do the third one, come down and then go like that. But for this sake, we are going to do exactly this. So I've got to drill, and then I'm gonna pop one side open, get the mold out, and then I'll drill those, put in all the retention, put the eyelets in, and then we'll be all set to do a final trim. So let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and do that, and you'll see it in a second. Here, drilled, right, ready to go. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead, install the retention hardware because it's so much easier. And as you can see, all I do is I separate one side, and it's the side that the retention's on. Reason being, you'll have to get eyelets, put them in the holes to drill these because you need the plate out to drill those. So by taking out the retention side, you can open it, get the mold out, and then it'll still be lined up. You just hold it, drill it, and you are all set. So I'm going to install those, install the eyelets, and then I'm going to cut out the rough shape, and you'll see it. All right, a couple things. I cut it, and I left the sweat shield. Now, when you try it and you put the firearm in and out, well, as in my case, the mold, when you put the mold in and out, the sweat shield stabbed you because of just where it is and the design. So I made the executive decision to cut it. So, because a lot of times, some people will go with the curve of it. I decided not to because that point right here, it stabbed you right in the web of your thumb, and it didn't feel good. So here is the cut holster, and like I said, with the trigger guard, it's going to be above it because you want 100%. If we just cut right here, there'd be plenty of room to stick your finger in there and pull the trigger. So we have this right here, and I did soften this up right here a little bit on each side, so it's not terrible with the retention, but it feels pretty good. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and bend it, but as you can see, this is the final shape of the holster. And I think it looks pretty badass, so let's get it done. So I'm going to go ahead and do it on my vise. You've seen it 100 times. I'm just going to shove this in here and then bend right here and bend right here. Now, here's a tip. With wings, what I've noticed is if you do the one that goes towards the front of your body, bend that one at a greater angle, and then the back one, not as much, and it's going to sit even better on your body. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you what it looks like. And this is just the easy part before I laser what they are. I'm going to go ahead and add it. So if you notice on these, it says L and R, obviously left and right. And I personally put the hardware on the side that says it. So I'm going to throw this in here. And these are just 1/4 inch and 1/4 inch. There's R and there's R. Okay. And these are all 1/2 inch screws. That's not a 1/2 inch screw. I'm gonna have to go get one. It's chilly in here right now. Ugh. All right, and if you notice, this wing is bent more than that wing. Like I said, and we're going to add that guy. So this is, I believe that's the right one. Okay. And this will be left. Awesome. And there we have it, an outside the waistband for a Ruger LCR. And thank you guys for watching this episode. These holsters came out awesome. I'm actually wearing it right now because the draw is absolutely great, and I'm looking forward to it. So this one, along with a Walther PDB 4-inch, are going out to Arizona, and they're going out tomorrow. These came out absolutely awesome, and I'm super stoked with how they came out. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everything you do. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, share, and do whatever you want. I will see you on the next one. See you later. Love you. Bye.